Hello. We will now study how to find stocks by research in SaralStocks. So let's say I'm trying to find stocks in NSE, and the lowest price I want to have of a stock should be about no more than 10 rupees. The low volume I want to have, which is of 1 lakh, which means no stock that is lightly traded would be discovered here. And let's say I want to also find a stock that has some specific criteria, such as price increased in 1 day of 3%. Okay. I click on chart button, and now I see multiple stocks that will get selected based on those criteria that we put in. Now, luckily the market was good, and what we are seeing is about 31 pages of 5 stocks each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 stocks each, stocks being selected. And because we chose a volume criteria, they got sorted in certain order. Now we're seeing a stock here which is make money. It's gone very high in price wise and volume wise also. And we also see Union Bank. Now what you're seeing on the chart here are the stocks price in the prices of the stocks in the top band in this section here. And then at the bottom side, you're seeing volume for each of those stocks. So you can see that Union Bank had a massive volume of 19 million shares yesterday, and so was Dish TV, what at 23 million shares. So let's say we want to understand what Union Bank does, or at least do some more research on Union Bank. So we choose Union Bank here, and you see a link. I click on the left with the left mouse button, and see an options of doing research on Economic Times, Australian.in, NSE India, Morningstar, Yahoo Finance, or India Notes. I choose Yahoo Finance, and it will show me the charts for Yahoo Finance with specific indicators enabled. And there we are. And what we are seeing is Yahoo chart being rendered with the price, which is in the black color here. Moving averages of 5 days and 13 days superimposed on that. And at the bottom side, we have a MACD indicator, MACD indicator, with the typical parameters of 12, 26, and 9. And as you can tell, we see a crossover of MACD line with the red signal line here on 226.19. And as you can see, the corresponding price rise starting from that day, and it has gone to from 70 rupees, it has gone to 81 rupees. You also see the moving average lines here of 5 and 13 days. And here you see a crossover of 5 line with 13 line, further emphasizing that the trend has been established in Union Bank. So then the Union Bank looks to be an interesting stock to buy. And so you make a note to yourself saying buy tomorrow. And then you add to watch list. So what has happened now is we've added the stock to our watch list. Let me open this watch list for you to see. And there we see our Union Bank added. It again has the same criteria as being mentioned, RSI is above 50 here in this case, and MACD line above single line in last 100 days, which you already checked in our map. So here we are seeing the MACD line above the single line. And that's what is being shown here as well. Now, we can keep navigating this further to the next pages and so on. We can look at the charts with the actual stock price, which means this is the current actual price of the stock, or the percentage gain in last from the starting point here, which is a Feb 14 and 19, which is about a month duration now here. Now let's go back and look at those parameters one more time. So what we had was, okay, now let's see how do I go back and reuse those parameters for future. So I put in the price of 10 rupees here, volume of 1 lakh. I put in the parameter of price increase of 1 day, 3%. And this time, I also want to add MACD indicator. Processing the line. I want to see it turn bullish in the last few days. And let's say in last 5 days. Okay. And now I want to save these parameters for future. But before I do so, I want to also explain one more point here. See this symbol order in charts button? What this is saying is, when I select the stocks that are matching the criteria of low price, the low volume, the price growth, and the MACD, if I find n number of stocks, I want to see them in certain specific order in my chart for me to make a quick decision. I can choose the criterias among the list that we have here. We can see price decreasing or decreasing, which means the low price will be shown first, or the other way around. We can also see price growth decreasing or increasing, volume growth in a similar manner, volume fall, or price fall or volume fall. This says how many days in last 5 days the stock was going up, for example, to indicate how, or to say up to in 20 days. And now I want to save these parameters for future. So let's say, I'll say, my criteria or my scan for growth, and I save it here. Now tomorrow when I log in again to the system, I can simply go and choose my scan for growth, and notice that it filled in all the parameters for you. It filled in these parameters as well, and it put in the criteria for selection, and I can say chart. And now I should see less number of stocks because the criteria is now more stringent than the one we had earlier. Yeah, so there are only 2 pages now of about 10 stocks each, 5 stocks each, total of 10 stocks in the list. And now let's go back and look at the research page one more time. What I can also do is, I can go and choose this scan for growth, but instead of selecting all stocks in my category, I'll only choose the stocks in my watch list. Whereas, so instead of scanning the entire stock market, it will only scan my watch list stocks that match these criteria in my list here, and then show me the stocks. And clearly there are no stocks in my list, so I don't see anything here. The symbols per page, it just shows how many symbols can I have on a stock page, on a chart. These advanced conditions are cumulative. That means when I say price increase by percentage 1 day in 3%, and when I add one more condition here, the stock has to satisfy both the conditions. And hence now you will get less number of stocks with these 2 parameters being there, as when you had only a single parameter of price increased. And this is all it takes to scan your market on a daily basis, look at the stocks, add them to your watch list, and discover the new ones. Happy investing and happy hunting. Thank you.